YouTube. Basically, I just wanted to make this video by saying that simps are dangerous, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they will do anything, what I'm saying, for female validation, especially the guys who only have one girl or whatever. And like I remember one time I was 14, okay? I was 14 and a half. I had just gotten a growth spurt, so I shot up to I was like 5'7" back then. I was average, maybe 150 pounds. Anyways, I was at a party and there was this Nigerian chick. She was very curvy. She was my same age. I think she was about a month younger than me. Anyway, she was very curvy. She was about 5 foot tall, maybe. I don't know. She wasn't tall because she was in heels and I was easily taller than her. So she could have been under 5 foot. She didn't have on huge heels. She had on small ones. But anyways, I was a lot taller than her. And anyways, we danced and whatever. She gave me live choosing signals. She was dark skinned or whatever, really thick. Real thick. She might have been 140 pounds. She was almost my weight, but she was shorter. She was definitely good looking, but she wasn't just a beaut. Like she might have been a 6.5 or 7 to me back then. I mean, 6.5, somewhere like just above average. She was a cute girl. Okay. I got her phone number. We touched. We danced with each other and stuff. And we partied. We drank punch and all that type of good stuff. Now, anyways, I was feeling good. I called her. I try not to call her too much. You know how it is. You don't want to look desperate. And so, anyways, this is when I had a house phone. Okay, I didn't have my own phone, because I couldn't afford a phone bill. I didn't have a job when I was 14 and a half. I was working for my dad basically. I was doing gigs once a week, making like $50 here and there type of stuff. That's what I was doing when I was, 14. So, anyways, I'm on the phone or whatever, and it's like you would just sit by the phone waiting for them to call because, hey, you don't have a cell phone. So, you would just be sitting by the phone. So, anyways, I would be like sometimes I called her, and I don't know, she might have had a cell phone. Anyways, one time I get a call, and this dude is basically like, yeah, man, I don't want no nigga talking to my girl, man. No, I spend so much money on this girl. This is ridiculous. Da 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 da. And what was so simple was she was right there when he called me. He basically took her phone, found my number in it, and called me or whatever, you know, because he'd seen my number in her phone. And I'm like, the girl was a Libra. She was in them streets, okay? This dude's 17 years old. He's older than her by 3 years, and yet she played him. And he was talking about how he spent all types of money on her. And I mean, I guess that's how Nigerians, that's what their game is, spending a lot of money on women. That's what Nigerian guys, that's what their game consists of. In America, we kind of don't really do it like that. We spend money on dates to have a good time, but we don't buy them all types of gifts, and we don't, that's not a part of a lot of dudes' games. Maybe a D boy or something like that might do that, but a regular guy probably doesn't. His game isn't spending all his money on women because he still needs money to live and to do whatever he needs to do. You know. So with that being said, this guy threatened me. He threatened to hurt me with a weapon. You know what I'm saying? And she told me the dude was like, he was like 4'11". He was a little dude, and he was like 100 pounds. He was a little man, 17, and I'm 14, and I was mad because, and my mom, she told me not to go to, don't fight this guy or whatever, and I'm glad because I was, when you're a teenager, you're stupid, But like I said, people gotta understand, man, simps are dangerous. And in 2021, I mean, less men are probably, this bad, but it's still a lot of guys like that because you gotta understand, like back then in 2008, it was a lot of guys like that. Now it might be 20% less of those types of guys, but there's still so many of those guys everywhere. And they don't have any self-worth. They let themselves get humiliated over some chick, and she's probably getting run through or whatever. Now back then, I'm assuming we probably all were virgins back then, but eventually, when they get 15 or whatever, that V card is usually gone at 15 or 16. And as soon as they lose it, man, I'm telling you, as soon as a woman loses her virginity, boy, I tell you, they start doing that with a lot of people, or they just do it a lot of times. They want that all the time once they do it.